Zombie Apocalypse. Welcome back, Night Nation. It is your boy, Void Knight, and...
Okay, I got it. Okay, I got it. I forgot, because it's weird, because I forgot you're here. Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Welcome.
Hold on. Yeah.
Welcome.
Shut up! I'm going. All right.
Welcome back, Night Nation. It is your boy, Void Knight, and today I am joined by the one and only Phantom Knight, and today we're going to be doing a Pokemon Snap review.
I'm so sorry, everybody. I'm so sorry. That is correct. Thank you, Dying Man. You said it perfectly.
Pokemon Snap coming to a theater near you. Rated R.
Rated R. Welcome back to Nation. Is my Fan Knight here, and like Void Knight just said in a really weird voice, we are going to be doing our Pokemon Snap review. Now, when it comes to on the channel, it was my solo Let's Play, and I've completed the game, at least through the campaign. I haven't, 100% it yet, but I will. But I thought I'd hurry up and get this review out. That way you guys can have it. Austin has not, really played the game. He's played the game, but, he hasn't, beat the story.
I haven't beat the game.
He knows how the gameplay works. He knows the visuals, and so he should be able to at least have some input on stuff. So that's why he's here. But anyway, let's go ahead and get on with the video. Well, first, actually, I have some things to say about this game. This was my most anticipated game ever since it was announced, and there's good reason for that. And I have insane history with this game. It's the first video game I've ever played, in my life. The original 1999 Pokemon Snap. So nostalgia hits hard with this game, and I have some family relations to this game. So when I heard we were getting a new Pokemon Snap decades later, and playing this game, there were moments when I literally I had to hold back tears, especially during the credits when they have some sad music playing, and they're showing photos that you took throughout your whole journey throughout the game, and it's just, oh man, dude, it's for someone who has so much history with the original Pokemon Snap, it was so good to see how awesome this game is, and that's why we're gonna be doing the review. If you guys know, if you've seen our past reviews, the way we do it is we have 4 categories. We have I think the first one is visuals, which is worth 3 points. We have story, which is worth 3 points, and we have gameplay, which is worth 3 points, and then we have music, which is worth the final point. And if you all add all of them up, it could come out to 10 out of 10, or it could come out to 0 out of 10. And so let's see what Pokemon Snap does for us. So the first thing we're going to be covering, like I just said, our first category is visuals. And right off the bat, I'm going to go ahead and say, in my opinion, these are the best Pokemon visuals we have ever gotten. I've seen a lot of people, as a matter of fact, I've seen the majority of the community say they wish mainline games, mainstream games, had this art style. And of course I'm talking about Pokemon, I'm not talking about Mario or Zelda. Mainstream Pokemon games had this art style, and I completely agree, because these visuals help bring the Pokemon environment so alive. It's so crisp and smooth that you almost have to wonder why this is just now happening. It's kind of interesting, why it took them so long to get these incredible visuals. I often compare them to Pixar visuals, and I still hold by that. It's very new and very good, and in my opinion, these are the best looking Pokemon game. This is the best looking Pokemon game, and yeah, that's like really all I could say. The details are insane. The animations are flawless. There's nothing bad about the visuals. There's only positive. But anyway, Austin, what did you think about the visuals whenever you played?
I mean, I sound a little bad. You guys wonder I'm sick, but we're recording this during the time of some other videos that are coming out. But besides that, I mean, it's a game where you take pictures of Pokemon. In this day and age, it's 2021. It better be looking like a 4K camera. Like the graphics better look like they're being taken out of a 4K camera. Like you cannot make a game like Pokemon Snap in 2021 and not give it the amazing and beautiful visuals it has. This game, like, I didn't play it a lot, but from what I seen, it looked absolutely fantastic. Just everywhere you go, just every site, every picture, every Pokemon, just absolutely stunning. I would hang it up on my wall. I'd hang up all those pictures on my wall. The game, its visuals, it is top notch. I agree with John. It's some of the best Pokemon graphics we've gotten. And I will say, I bet it is better because specifically it is a game where you take pictures of Pokemon. And I'm not saying like Nintendo doesn't care about graphics for other Pokemon games. It's just those other games are not required, in my opinion, to have graphics like that. But when you combine a game like Pokemon with a kind of like a premise where that is a thing, where the better, like a camera, you want the camera that looks real good. And the graphics, they did amazing. Like they nailed it. Like they did perfect. So I'm gonna agree with John here. I'm gonna give it the same rating he does. It's literally a perfect rating. Like literally, graphics are amazing. It looks like Mozart made the game.
All right.
And Da Vinci was on the side. He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna paint this a little bit," and created a game. Because, yeah.
Absolutely. So in conclusion, for visuals, we are giving it a 3 out of 3. So far we have 3 out of 10. Let's count them down. We're going to the next one. The next category is story. Now, when it comes to the story, this was the hardest category for me to grade. Because, to be honest, the story isn't complicated. It's not advanced. Or it's not really even in depth, but the way they did it was to perfection. The way I grade these games, and I'm not just saying Pokemon, I'm talking about like Immortals Phoenix Rising, Bowser's Fury, the other games that we've already reviewed. The way I'm grading these games is how do they hold up to the game they're supposed to be. This is a game where you are exploring a new island, trying to research different Pokemon, and you have a reason to do that. They make it feel like you are taking pictures for a reason. And when it comes to lore, it is spot on. From the moment you see the first secret, you immediately start thinking what it could mean. Throughout the whole game, they lead up to the big reveal. The reveal was so well planned that when I got to the big reveal, I had the most insane reaction because I guessed it right. They gave clues throughout the game that gives you a good indication, but still makes it surprising when it happens. So when it comes to Pokemon Snap, it knocks it out of the park. And that's what's crazy. It's a Pokemon game about taking pictures, and somehow they made the story not the worst part about the game. They made it, in my opinion, almost the best. We'll get into what I think is the actual best about the game. But I honestly cannot believe how good the story is because, again, this is a game where you take pictures of Pokemon. But personally, there's nothing about the story that makes it drop down from perfect. There's nothing bad about it. Like, it's just the perfect Pokemon Snap story. And that's the bottom line. Austin, you go ahead.
Well, you see, there's a bit of a problem with this category. I have not really played through most of the game. So I here's what I'll say I know the most. So from what I remember and a couple episodes that I've seen of John's Let's Play, because I actually watch her Let's Plays. But, but from what I remember, it's kind of like you start off talking to the professor, you've got this girl, and the more it goes, it gets a lot cooler because you start to discover new areas, and then I have not seen up to the end, but I like the way in general that they kind of added like you get to talking to the professor is so much more interesting than what they did in the 1999 version. Because Professor Oak, I think it was Professor Oak, but he just pull you in. He'd be like, "Yeah, get in here. Look at this data on the Pokemon." But like on the other ones, like they on this new one, they just give you so many options, and not only that, there's just like the game, like it pulls you in. Like the game interests you enough. It's like whenever like even when like the professor is like, you want to take a look at your pictures, like he makes you want to look at your pictures. He's like, he makes you feel like you took the best pictures ever. And I also like how the girl plays a part because the girl also kind of like, I don't know, she just really makes things a lot more interesting knowing that it's not just the professor that is mainly interested in like what is going on and like researching. But I don't know a lot about the plot, but I will probably have to go what John says because John has played through. But for what I know, I do like the plot, but I'll just go with John because John probably knows what's best. And I mean, I agree with him on mostly everything if we both played through. Because at this point, we're the same person, but in a different body. So
That's pretty factual.
yeah.
You touched on some things that I actually just thought about. You said how there's different areas of the map, and that is absolutely a great point. And the thing is, in a lot of games, when you unlock a new area, you kind of just unlock it so you can go to the next area. You just unlock it so you have more content. Well, the way they made it happen was when you unlocked a new area, it's because you have to go do something in the area. Like, it's because there's a certain thing that you have to find in the area. It's not just, oh, yeah, you unlocked the volcano course. You unlocked the volcano course because you needed to figure it out at the end. And then you're like, oh, my God, the thing I found in the volcano course, like, leads up to this big reveal. And it's everything just connects. And the way they did it with 11 different courses, they're all important to the story. And that's what's insane. That's crazy what they did. And then with the characters is they're all memorable. Like, yeah, you said the girl and then the professor and even Todd and wait, was it Todd or Tom? I'm not sure. Todd or Tom. It's one of those. It's a 3-letter T word. And then Tom's or Todd is
Todd
Tom's
is
assistant.
4 letters, by the way, with 2 D's.
Okay, whatever. His assistant, they were all memorable, and it's just I just really can't believe how good they did with the story. But anyway, we're gonna give that a 3 out of 3, which adds it up to 6 out of 10. Let's count them up. We're going up to the next category. Now this is gameplay. So I was just saying in the story how I don't think the story is the best part about the game. As a matter of fact, I think the gameplay is the best thing about this game. And which is crazy because, in my opinion, the story and the visuals are all flawless. So for the gameplay to be the best part about it means it must be some incredible gameplay. And to be honest, that's what is so shocking about this, is because Pokemon Snap is a game where you take pictures of Pokemon in an environment. You may be wondering, what makes that so fun? Well, that's what everyone asks themselves. Well, the true answer is it's really hard to tell you why the game is so beloved as it is. But I'll do my best to explain it. First off, if you love Pokemon, you will love seeing all types of Pokemon, doing cool things when you play, finding secrets to unlock more Pokemon, or finding hidden events to get higher ratings. The picture taking is flawless. Camera controls are good. And Fluff Fruit, music, scanning, and Illumina orbs are great and fun ways to play the game. They're really fun to use, and they mean so much to the game. The gameplay wouldn't be near as good if there wasn't so much actual mechanics to taking pictures. They put so much mechanics into taking pictures that, well, you didn't even know you needed those mechanics until you use them, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. And the grading system for the photos actually works, which makes you want to continuously get better and better photos. And here's the greatest thing about the gameplay. It's the replayability. I say this all the time. There are 11 true courses in the game. Half of them have a day and night system, which completely changes the course. There's a day course and there's a night course. They're both completely different. And there are Illumina spots to see big special Pokemon. That means there are so many courses to explore. Plus, once you finish every course, if you level up the course, it completely changes again. So the courses are always changing, always new places to explore. Combine that with tons of lore, Easter eggs, secrets, events, and the great gameplay mechanics you have one of the most fun games to play, and one of the most insanely cool Pokemon games to date. And that is really why gameplay just... If it was just Pokemon Safari where you gotta look at Pokemon, I mean, it wouldn't be as cool. But the fact that they had the amazing camera features makes it where it's actually fun to just drive around and look at Pokemon. I love this game. It gets a 3 out of 3 for me. Austin?
Well, I mean, see, when I play the game, I have no complaints. I mean, there's not much as long as everything works and as long as everything's fun. I mean, I took a peek at the original, and I've seen people play it, and there's so many more options. But of course, it's a newer version, so of course. But they added so much that you wouldn't even think is needed, like John said. There's so many new things that were added, and there's so many good things that I'm glad they added. Things like the I'm gonna say aluminum orb, even though that's probably not how you say it. But like,
Sorta, yeah.
yeah, but just being able to do these cool new features and access these new certain areas for day and night. It's just so cool to see that. And I agree with John. Like, I would give it a 3 out of 3. The gameplay was very nice. The camera worked fine. I liked a lot from what I played. I mean, I liked a lot of the controls. I thought the controls were fine. I thought everything worked perfectly. Just the overall gameplay, like John said, it's hard to kind of sit there and think, why would this be a 3 out of 3? It's a game where you're sitting around and you sit in a little Mario Kart machine and you drive around taking pictures of your favorite Pokemon, like Pikachu, just in the woods randomly. You kind of question that, but it's just when you actually play the game, the gameplay, it's just it gets so much more fun because the game makes you want to take more. It always gives you a challenge. Because during in the gameplay, when you're done taking photos, it'll give you a certain score. And a lot of the times, it wants you to complete a certain set. So there'll be a ranking system based off stars. And if you don't get a picture good enough, then it will not be able to go into that. But it makes you want to keep trying to get better pictures at that certain moment. And it gives you extra moments and different things where different Pokemon will spawn, different types, or special Pokemon too, as well, which I think is really cool. I think gameplay, I agree with John, I don't know, it's hard. It's hard to say if I think the The graphics are better or the gameplay? It's really hard because I think both of them did amazing. But I will say overall, I agree with John. It's 3 out of 3 for me. I mean, what's not to expect? I think we already know what score this is getting overall. But I agree with John. 3 out of 3. Get it up there.
Absolutely. All three of these categories so far are flawless. And Austin, you just said, I think we know what score we're getting overall. And, well, this next part is going to be very hard for me because I've been debating with myself, fighting myself this entire week, trying to just plan out this review, and which means we're moving on to the last part, and that is music. This is hard because I'm just going to tell you guys right now, I didn't give it the point. I didn't. And for music, before you guys get triggered, hear me out. I'm not saying the music's bad. I just don't think it deserves the point. And that's what this extra point is for. Did the music do its job? Did it improve the game? That's what it gets the point. That's why it's only one point. It's either good or it's excellent. You can't really make bad music unless it's like some trash rap or something. But like, here's the reason. The main reason I don't think it deserves the point. And it's just not memorable. The music was good, and it didn't ruin the game at all. It just didn't necessarily make it better, either. Plus, there's not really music during the actual gameplay itself, unless you count the flute, which I wasn't even crazy about the sound anyway. So it wasn't bad, but did it do any good for the game? No. Tell me in the comments your opinion, because this was so hard for me, and I'll explain why this was so hard for me in the next category. But anyway, my final answer is 0 out of 1 for music, and that's really tough for me. But Austin, what do you gotta say?
Well, I mean, Johnny, I predicted it. I mean, we both came to. I just kind of predicted it. I personally, I agree with you, and I thought you were gonna give it a yes. I thought you were gonna give it the point. I would not give it the point, and here's why. I agree with your point, and you already beat me to it. The music is good, but the thing is, to get this category is, I feel, the best way for it to get the point. It has to be memorable. Will I remember this song or these types or this music in a year from now? Will I remember a song if someone plays Pokemon Snap? Am I gonna is that the first thing I'm gonna want to turn on? Is that something I'm gonna memorize? And Pokemon Snap had good music. I really thought it was good, but it wasn't memorable enough. It wasn't what a lot of these Pokemon games have had to offer. And like I said, it's good. It's just we base it off of, is it memorable? Is it something I've listened to before all these other ones? If we compare other games like Mario side games, a lot of Mario side games, you can tell that it's a Mario and they're more memorable. It just felt like when it came to Pokemon Snap, their main goal was not to focus on the music, which is probably what it was. They were focusing more on graphics and gameplay. But I really feel like for music, it's just a game that really they didn't focus on music much, which is perfectly okay. I mean, for a game like that, I wouldn't expect the visual or the soundtrack to be that insane, because it's more of a calm, relaxing, watch game. But is it memorable as all of these other Pokemon games that have come out? No. And that's personally why I would not give it the point. And yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna say something, but I kind of forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, I literally can't think of a single I can't even like hum the sound of a game. Like I literally just don't remember. I just nothing really. The only part of the music where it actually brought out some kind of emotion was during the credits. Like I said, it was playing sad music, but that was just because I was really thinking about the whole game and how nostalgia it was, and they were playing sad music, and it just kind of got to me. But that wasn't really necessarily the music's fault. But
the only song I remember was just that flute, because you'd hear it every time. It's like,
yeah, something like that.
yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, we're not gonna give it the point, guys, which means we're moving on to the final segment, which is the conclusion. In conclusion, it's a 9 out of 10 game. Now, before I get on with what I want to say about the conclusion, I want to say, to me, this is a perfect game. If I was to just be completely opinionated and not be fair at all, 10 out of 10. I really do believe it's 10 out of 10. But here's the thing. Y'all might be thinking, it's just music. Like, it's not that big a deal. Music is one of the most emotional, one of the most impactful things you can have in anything. And as an argument, imagine Doom without music.
Yeah. Coming from a guy, which is me, who loves music, who wants to take it in as a passion, who wants to do it for a career, my basic thing is the world would suck without music. Music brings so much, and it gives away so many special things. There are so many things that would not be what they are today without music. Let me give you a couple of examples that are not video games, but then I'll transition into that. Weddings, churches. Think about things like those. Without music, its meaning is lost. Same with video games. The gameplay is there, but there's nothing there to enjoy. If a cool moment is happening, where's the cool music to complement it? If there's a sad moment going, where's the sad music to make it sadder? Music is something that is a lot. I'll be honest, music can kill a game. Music really is, in this day and age, to me, everything. And music is a deal breaker. Without music nowadays, a game really it just may not be as special as it is. And that's the thing. Imagine Mario Galaxy, a great example. Imagine that absolutely fantastic game without its amazing soundtrack. It just wouldn't be as special as it is.
Exactly. But yeah, so in conclusion, I'm giving it a 9 out of 10, and that's really because developing a game is so difficult, and making a soundtrack isn't easy either. They actually take time and effort to make music, and that's why it has to be its own point, because it's part of the game. It's a big part of the game, and to just completely sideline it and say, well, it's just going to be 10 out of 10 because I don't care about the music, that's not right. You have to judge a game based on the quality and all the aspects of the game. And personally, like I said, the music's good. It's not point worthy. But anyway,
it's not up to par.
Exactly.
With our standards.
But anyway, in conclusion, I have a lot to say about this game, but I'll try to keep it short for you guys. The idea of a Pokemon game where you just take pictures does sound a little weird, but I've said this more times than I remember. Like, even Austin has probably heard me say this like 20,000 times. This isn't the best Pokemon game. I'm saying it right now. This is not the best Pokemon game, but I will hold by this and I will defend my opinion forever. This is the best Pokemon experience. And the amount of joy I had while finding new Pokemon, discovering secrets, or even looking at and saving photos in my album was uncomparable to any Pokemon game. This game is perfect for what it is. I really wanted to give this game a 10 out of 10, but I don't want to be one of those people to love or worship a game just because of nostalgia, or I was hyped for it, or just because there's something I like in the game. I know a few people like that, and it's not cool. Like, they just think the game is perfect because they were either hyped for it or there's like a certain person that they're like, oh yeah, Dwayne Johnson in the game, it's already a 10 out of 10. I don't like that. You have to be fair to a game. You have to judge it on what it actually is. And there was one weak point, and that was the music. And that's really hard for me to say because my history with this game, but it just didn't shine in the game. So it won't get the point here. But if you don't care about the music, the game is a masterpiece and truly a experience you have to try yourself. If you don't try it and you love Pokemon, you're missing out on the greatest experience. And I will leave you with that. Austin, concluded.
I mean, like John said, I personally have not played that much, but I do recommend it. I think it's very fun. If you like to chill back, relax, you don't like that heavy stuff, I really do recommend playing this. And even if you're trying to get out of your comfort zone, just try it. It's a fun game. It's really fun. Because when you hear it, you would think it's boring. It's actually fun. And just give it a try. You know, you never know until you actually try.
Yep. And that's gonna do it for our Pokemon Snap review, guys. I absolutely love this game. And I might just say it now. I said this isn't the best Pokemon game. There are so many different keywords when reviewing your game or giving your opinion. There's best, favorite, then there's different categories like experience, quality, you know what I mean? But as far as best, Pokemon Snap is not the best. But favorite, I'm making the decision now that this is actually my favorite Pokemon game. If I was told, yo, I've never even played a Pokemon game, what game should I play? And you wanted to find out what Pokemon was, this is the game to do. And Pokemon Snap is my favorite. It's the one I'll probably play the most in the long run. It's the one I probably had the most fun ever with. And it really just is a joy to play. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this review. If you enjoyed it, definitely leave a like, leave a comment section that I provided, and please tell us what game we should review next. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.